Hello, everyone. I'm grateful we can once again spend some quiet time together, reflecting on our hearts through the teachings of the Buddha. In the midst of our busy daily lives, I hope this moment offers even the slightest opportunity to pause and consider how we are living. Today, I'd like to talk about one of the elements of the Noble Eightfold Path, right effort or samavayama in Pali. To put it simply, right effort means making the right kind of effort consistently. We often hear the word effort in our daily lives. Phrases like hard work will make your dreams come true, or effort never betrays you are quite common. However, the effort that Buddhism teaches, right effort is a little different from just trying hard or relying on sheer willpower. In Buddhism, what matters most is not effort itself, but the direction in which it is applied. No matter how hard you work, if you are headed in the wrong direction, the outcome may only bring suffering to yourself and others. That is why right effort is about making persistent, yet non-attached effort in the correct direction, using the appropriate approach. So, what exactly does the Buddha mean by right effort? The Buddha breaks it down into four kinds of effort. First is the effort to prevent unwholesome states of mind like anger, jealousy, or greed from arising in the first place. It means being mindful not to plant seeds of suffering in the heart. Second is the effort to let go of unwholesome states that have already arisen. We're human, after all, and sometimes we do get angry or envious. But rather than leaving these emotions unchecked, we work gently and steadily to calm them. Third is the effort to cultivate wholesome states of mind that have not yet arisen, such as compassion or gratitude. Even if you don't naturally feel these emotions right now, the intention to nurture them is itself valuable. And finally, there's the effort to strengthen and expand the wholesome states that are already present. Maybe you did something kind, and it felt good, or you saw someone smile because of you. Rather than letting these moments pass, you carry them forward. That too is part of right effort. In essence, right effort means reducing negative tendencies and nurturing positive ones. That's the foundation. But even knowing this, it's not always easy in daily life. We face relationship troubles, work stress, and all kinds of emotional disturbances. At such times, I hope you'll remember a story. One day, a disciple named Subhata asked the Buddha, "I've been practicing, but I see no results. My mind is always restless. I'm beginning to wonder whether effort really matters. Buddha, is it truly meaningful to keep trying?" The Buddha gently smiled, picked up a piece of damp firewood, and placed it by the fire. He said, "Would you throw wet wood into cold water and then claim it's useless, just because it won't catch fire immediately? No. If you let it dry and give it time, it will surely catch fire." It's the same with training the mind. Be patient. Just take one step today. Subhata was deeply moved by these words and resolved to continue his practice. According to the Buddha, even the smallest effort has meaning. If it moves us in a wholesome direction, others may not notice. But if you manage not to get angry today, or find a moment of gratitude instead of blame, that's already a significant step forward. And this effort the Buddha speaks of isn't only outward, it's primarily inward. It's about observing your own heart and gradually bringing it into balance. That's something we can all do, even in our fast-paced modern world. When you wake up and simply set the intention, today, I won't let anger control me. That is right effort. If you smile at someone on your commute, rather than getting irritated, that too is right effort. And if you go to bed with a sense of thankfulness that you made it through another day, that is also a precious form of effort. In Buddhism, the focus is not on results, but on the process. It's okay if your heart doesn't feel peaceful right away. What matters is how you choose to live each day. That attitude, over time, can transform your life. The Buddha once told his disciples, "Don't let the sight of someone else's progress discourage you from your own efforts. Like a single tree swaying in a meadow, putting down its roots despite the wind, your efforts too will one day blossom." Effort does not always yield immediate, visible results, But without planting seeds, there can be no flowers. Right effort is about continuing to sow those seeds calmly, steadily, with faith, that they will bloom. And this practice of right effort doesn't just bring happiness to yourself, it brightens the hearts of those around you. Watching someone else make an effort can be deeply encouraging. You might think, if that person is doing their best, maybe I can take a small step too. Such a ripple effect helps build a more compassionate world. There's one important thing to remember in practicing right effort. Don't strive for perfection. We're human. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by anger or anxiety. But that doesn't mean we've failed. In fact, simply noticing, my mind is unsettled right now, is already a step in the direction of right effort. There's an old story of a monk who told his master, I keep making the same mistakes. Maybe I should give up training. The master replied, the river doesn't stop flowing just because it hits a rock, and neither should you. Even rocks are worn down by the persistence of water. This teaching reminds us that right effort isn't about becoming flawless. It's about rising again after we fall. Even if you take 2 steps back for every 1 step forward, what matters is that you don't give up. That persistence is the heart of Buddhist effort. Also, it's important not to carry all of this alone. Sometimes we need to accept the support of family, friends, or fellow practitioners. Even the Buddha walked with his disciples and relied on mutual support. We cannot live in isolation. It's through connection with others that we can grow together. Another essential aspect of right effort is wisdom. Effort alone isn't enough. You need to cultivate discernment to recognize what truly matters and what doesn't. Sometimes it's necessary to pause and check whether you're still on the right path. That too is part of right effort. In our information-saturated modern lives, we're often caught up in constant busyness. It's easy to lose sight of what's important, but the teaching of right effort calls us back to this very moment. It reminds us to breathe, to be aware of our inner state. Instead of looking at your phone on the train, take a moment to breathe quietly. In conversation, really listen to the other person. These small acts of awareness accumulate and lead to great change. The Buddha once described the spiritual path as a journey of 1,000 miles that begins with a single step. No matter how far away your goal seems, it begins with today's effort. Every step brings you closer. Let me close by sharing the mindset that supports right effort. That is the mindset of gratitude. The fact that we're healthy today, that we have loved ones, food to eat, a roof over our heads. These things may seem ordinary, but they are blessings. When we recognize these blessings, we naturally feel a desire to live each day wholeheartedly. And that feeling becomes the energy that fuels right effort. So please don't rush or push yourself too hard. But don't forget to take one meaningful step today. Let go of a bit of anger. Show someone kindness. Take a quiet breath. Those simple acts are already a complete expression of Buddhist effort. Living each day mindfully, gently calming the heart, and sharing kindness with others. These are the steps on the path of right effort that the Buddha taught. If today's talk has gently accompanied you in your day, I'm truly glad. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a thumbs up. I'd also love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. Wishing you a peaceful and fulfilling day. Thank you for watching. Until next time, may your heart be at peace.